This is Joe Utara. Utara is a bloody thief at night and an activist during the day. You might be sleeping in your room. Utara will sneak in, steal your property, leave without you noticing. The only time you notice that something is missing is when you wake up in the morning, then you start looking for that thing and you can't find it anymore. Nobody knows that Utara, who is an activist during the day, is also the bloody thief that comes to steal people's properties at night. This has become a very big problem in the community, to the extent that they went to the community chief and they reported this matter to him, making him to understand that a lot of things are happening in the community at night, and steps has to be taken in order for this thing to be curbed. But the chief acted as if he's okay, I will look into it. That was what he told them. Everybody deserted, and then that same night, the chief also experienced his own robbery. This same thief, Utara, came to his house and stole his property. It was in the morning that the chief started shouting that someone has come to his place to steal it and steal his property. So what he did was to call for a meeting. The elders of the community gathered and they started looking for a solution to this problem. Utara also, who is an activist, is also part of these elders that were summoned by the chief. So Utara raised a suggestion. He said that this thing have happened for a long period of time. So let them consider inviting or create a vigilante group that will have the responsibility of looking after the community during the night. Then everybody concurred and they now started sourcing from their young men, those who volunteered to work as the vigilante group. They all came and they settled on the amount that they'll be paying them every month as their salary. Now, as this group were formed, barely 2 days of their formation, criminality heightened. Utara doubled his level of stealing. If he comes to your house and steal a thing before, now that there is a vigilante group, he will come and steal something that is more than 3. So it became so bad to the extent that people couldn't have it anymore. They decided to protest. They protested. They went to the king's palace, to the chief's house, and were shouting at the top of their voice, telling the chief that they need to disband the vigilante group, that they don't understand if the vigilante groups are the people that are stealing their properties. Utara, who is also the leader of this protest, was telling the chief that he must disband the vigilante groups. Now, the chief was like, you are the same person that suggested we create this vigilante group. He said, yes, that is true, but obviously, the suggestion is not working. Before, this thief doesn't steal much things, but now that we have vigilante groups, it looks as if the whole properties in our houses are now the properties of this thief. They have gone to different parts of the community to ransack homes. They cannot find these properties. So one is still asking, where does Utara keep all these things that he steals? No one knows that each night he goes out to steal, he has already planned on how to sell them off that same night. So it happened that the chief now concurred to the community's will. He disbanded the activities of the vigilante group. Now, Utara has come back again to his normal way of stealing. He kept on stealing. He kept on stealing until 2002. It was his time to be caught. There is this saying that says, every day is for the thief, just one day is for the owner of the house. As everybody has gone to bed to sleep, just as it is expected, Utara went for his normal routine, stealing routine. This time around, he's stark naked from head to toe, so that none of his clothes will not be a reason for why he's caught or something. So while he was going to steal from a compound, there is this 5-year-old boy who loves to ease himself outside at night. They have restroom in their house, but he prefers to ease himself outside the compound at night. So while Utara was sneaking into the house, the young boy, who was outside already, easing himself, saw a naked man entering their house. As he was entering, the little boy picked up an iron with a sharp top, as in the tip of the iron was very sharp. As Otra was about coming out from the room, the little boy swinged it at Otra, and it scratched his stomach, and he shouted and dropped what he was carrying and ran for his life. The little boy did not notice his face, but at least he diluted the sound of his voice. So the parents of the little boy came out in a hurry to find out what is going on, who shouted, and why was the noise. They saw their child outside and they asked him, "What are you doing outside?" He said he came to ease himself, that someone came to steal their thing and that is their property. His father looked at it and was like, "Who is this thief? Did you see his face?" He said no, he didn't see his face, but he got him injured. He told them to look at his blood. They traced the blood to a particular place and they didn't see Otra. The blood ended somewhere that didn't lead them to any place. The next morning, while everybody gathered and we were talking about the thief last night, Otra came and started sympathizing with the family. "I heard a thief came to your house." While he was saying that thing, the little boy was recalling the voice sounded familiar to the voice that he heard overnight. He told his father that that is the man, that this is the man that came to steal their property. Father told him to stop making noise, that this man is an activist. He's a well-respected man in the community. The little boy insisted that this is the man that came to steal our property. He is the man. The little boy persisted. People were telling him to shut up, to stop insulting Otran, that Otran is a well-respected man in the community. The boy insisted that he is the thief. Then all eyes were now on Otran. The boy told them that if they think he's telling lies, they should tell him to raise his clothes. That is the place he got him injured. So Otra was trying to defend himself until the extent that the community people now decided that he must open his shed just to prove the little boy wrong. He tried to defend himself and someone from nowhere pulled up his shed, and behold, there was the mark of the injury he got the night he went to steal the property. The whole community descended on him. They descended on him and he had to confess that he has been the thief that has been stealing the properties of the community for the past few years. After beating him, they handed him over to the police, and from the police, he went to court and he was jailed for 40 years. Until this very day, John Otra is still in the prison. I hope this was cool. I will see you in the next video. Do well to subscribe to this channel if you've not.